I've never seen a human being lie so much. He lies about everything. He'll take your record, like I talked to you about Obamacare. He'll say Trump loves Obamacare. I hate Obamacare. It's going to be terminated. I just told you that. No, I am the strongest on the Second Amendment. He said, Donald Trump wants to destroy the Second Amendment. I'm the strongest. These politicians are dishonest people. Wow. They are really, really dishonest people. But, you know, Ted holds up the Bible, and then he lies about so many things. And, I mean, these are lies.
Strong stuff from Donald Trump going after Senator Ted Cruz once again, calling him a liar as they battle down to the stretch here ahead of the South Carolina primary just a few days away now. It is this Saturday. Joined now by Ohio Congressman Steve King, national co-chairman of the Cruz campaign. Congressman, welcome. Good to have you here today.
Thanks, Martha. I kind of be from Iowa this morning, though. I saw you in Iowa in Des Moines the last time, of course.
I'm sorry. I thought I said Iowa. If I didn't, forgive me. Everybody knows that you're from Iowa, Congressman. It's good to see you again.
Might have been me, Martha. I apologize.
No, my apologies. You heard all of the stuff that Donald Trump is saying there, and he's not the only one that is saying that Ted Cruz is, or the campaign, or his supporters are saying things that are outright false. What do you say?
Well, I'm listening to this clip. I'm saying that Ted Cruz holds up the Bible and then he lies. I've been all over the place with Ted Cruz. I haven't actually seen him hold up a Bible on the stage. He can quote from it very fluently. But I saw Donald Trump hold up a Bible in Des Moines here some months ago, and he said that his mother had written an inscription in it. He held it up for the photo op. He put it down. The Bible presumably is more than 50 years old. I didn't see a dog ear in that Bible. So it seems to me that Donald Trump is criticizing people that he's pretty vulnerable in, and I've said that people who throw stones should not live in glass mansions.
Well, you know, in terms of what happened in Iowa, in your home state, you know, you put out a tweet about Ben Carson saying that you thought that he was dropping out. Now, that kind of stuff is pretty powerful in social media, and I know, you know, you've since talked about that. But that's sort of the initial seed of the controversy between you guys and Donald Trump, because he believes that if that hadn't happened, he might have actually won in Iowa. That remains to be seen. But do you feel that your campaign, that the Cruz campaign, needs to be more careful about this stuff?
Well, I'd say first that what I put out was a tweet that said, off of CNN's message, CNN's news story, that said that Carson was going to skip New Hampshire, skip South Carolina, and go to Florida for R&R. And I said, that's the equivalent of suspending. And then the following tweet I put out was, it looks like Carson's out. I never said he was out. I said it looks like he's out. If I would have said it looks like he's in, then that would have been dishonest to do that. And so this story started from Carson's campaign. They know it. I've talked to Ben Carson and the two people that were with him that were involved in this. So here's what happens. It started with Carson's campaign. CNN picked this up, reported what they had for the news. If there was a mistake, it's between Carson and CNN.
You know,
and so all that Ted Cruz's team did was just transfer that information. Now the allegation is that that is a lie. There's nothing that either Donald Trump or Marco Rubio can point to on that incident that's dishonest on the Cruz campaign at all.
That's in the past, but there's another story that sort of hooks onto the same kind of thing, which is why I brought it up. And it's this Trey Gowdy Facebook story that in South Carolina there is a Facebook page circulating that purports to be Trey Gowdy's Facebook page saying, I am so sorry, you know, I am not going to support Marco Rubio anymore. I'm now with Ted Cruz. It, you know, calls out my conservative and Christian brothers. And Trey Gowdy is incensed about this. In fact, we're going to have him on a little bit later in the show. And he wants Ted Cruz and his campaign to come out very publicly, regardless of whether or not they had any input into this Facebook page, and denounce what it says.
Well, I mean, I think that would be fine. I wouldn't expect something like that would be true at all. I mean, I know Trey Gowdy, and of course I know Marco Rubio, and I know Tim Scott, and I've watched them on the screen together on Fox. Anybody that would see a Facebook page like that should think that it is false. We also had a story yesterday that the senator from Oklahoma had said that he didn't believe that Ted Cruz was honest, and that turned out to be a hoax. So Tom Coburn. So this is going back and forth here in South Carolina. There are dirty politics down here, but also Trey Gowdy has a robocall that goes out that at the very best implies that there's a dishonesty in Ted Cruz and that he is linked to robocalls that are dishonest robocalls. And if that's the case, they're actually probably coming out of somebody's super PAC. They can't be linked by law. So everybody should be precise about what's happening. I think I'd like to edit Trey Gowdy's statement a little bit, and I think I'd like to pull that Facebook page down because I think it's dishonest, and I think the Tom Coburn thing has already been pulled down. So there's a lot of that here in South Carolina.
It's tough to be,
I thought there was some dirty politics in Iowa, Martha.
It's tough to be a normal person on social media or trying to figure out what the candidates think in South Carolina right now, because there's a lot of stuff floating around out there. Congressman Steve King from Iowa, thank you very much, sir. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Martha.